Aloha everyone. I wanted to make a video about keeping your weight out of the boat. I don't know if you've heard the term before, but you want to paddle in such a way you don't put weight in the boat. Well, what exactly does that mean? In a one man, you're easily able to tell when you put weight in the boat. And I watched a race yesterday or the day before between two people in a one man, and I could see that one of the canoes, they were paddling and the canoe was straight and level over the water. It was in a smooth glide. But the other canoe, whenever they went forward with their stroke, the nose of the canoe would dive down, and then when they would release at the end of their stroke, the back of the canoe would dive down. And so as they paddled, their canoe was just rocking back and forth. Now they were unaware of it, or maybe they just didn't pay attention or don't think that's bad. There are cases where you can overcome the friction that creates, especially in a sprint where you're sprinting for the end. So the energy you expend can overcome that friction, and you can pick up speed from that, even though the boat is rocking or just subsiding down into the water. So we've been working on trying to eliminate that friction, trying to make it so that the canoe travels forward at a level pace. Well, it travels forward level and at a fast pace. So in order to do that, we've worked on a technique where we want to have everything forward. So we go forward and we're trying to use our momentum as we come forward to push the canoe forward. That's capturing the momentum. And then we settle in and push with this top hand while sitting up. And then we release. And we want to do that in a way that does not put weight in the boat. So what do I mean by weight in the boat? So I've set the paddle simulator here. It has 4 wheels, 2 wheels on the front, 2 wheels on the back, onto a platform they put in the fulcrum, or the tipping point of this canoe. So here I've put that platform underneath me so that I can sit here and I'm not rocking forward or back, so that I could quickly tell when I have weight in the boat. So I'm going to demonstrate without stroking what I mean by weight in the boat. So if I tip forward, I'll come to a point where the boat will go down in the front. Then if I sit up, I'll come to a point where it'll rock back and go down in the back. So when we go forward and back, we want to do so such that we don't come down and we don't rock back. And so when we add the stroke to that, we want to capture momentum, come in the water, push with that top hand coming back, and then release without the boat tipping one way or the other. Now that requires some practice, and it's very hard to tell unless you're in a one man. So in a 6 man, it's very difficult to tell. So I would encourage you to try it and get on a one man, or get on this paddle simulator or something like that, so you could tell when your weight transfers forward, that you're pushing down with your feet, or sitting up so much you're pushing down with your butt, coming back. So you want to stay in a position that's level. And then stroke, release, come forward again, stroke, release. So that you don't have this rocking back and forth. Some people have just a rock forward. So they'll constantly do this, then come back, there's level, forward, come back. And some people will do this. They're level, then come back, rock back. Level, rock back. Level, rock back. So your objective is not to put so much pressure on your feet that you rock down, or when you sit up, put pressure on your butt so that you rock back. And it really takes your torso coming up and feeling that weight shift going back to cause it to come back. And going forward, it's, we want to feel the pressure in our feet going forward, but we don't want it to come down. And it's easy to make that happen, especially if you're plunging down. So you want your catch to be gradual. You want your entry into the water to be gradual. Now, another way that you could see the same sort of effect, even with your return of your blade, if you swing wide, or if you come in and then up and out, or you come out and then in and up, there's a wiggle that happens. You want to eliminate that wiggle as well. But it's a tricky thing to catch. And a lot of that, you could look at your AMA and tell some of that motion. If you're in the seats 2 through 5, you may be able to see that happen in the canoe just based upon watching the AMA. Or seats 3 and 4 can definitely tell a lot better than seats 2 and 5. So anyway, I just wanted to present that so that you can actually see what weight in the boat means. And I hope you've enjoyed this video, and continue paddling. Aloha, everyone.